Hi, it's me. Where's Waldo's girlfriend? No, just kidding, it's me, but a hat. I had you fooled. I know, with my clever Clark Kent disguise. You didn't know who I was. So, I'm Laura, and we're going to do a micro trim today. Somebody asked me to do one, like, I don't know, a long time ago, and then I never got around to doing a video, and then we've been discussing it, and I was like, it looks like I could use a micro trim, so take a good look at how my ends look just a little not quite great, and then I'll come back in a second when I'm prepared for this. So I was also talking about how I accidentally cut my bottom layer too thin, and if I just took it up this much it would be fine, but I'm not going to do that. But if you cut your own hair and you want to make sure your bottom layer isn't too thin, you want to go ahead and see about what you would want for your bottom layer, and then flip it down, and then you just cut these layers, because you want to make sure that you're not cutting that too thin, because that's if you have thin hair. If you've got thick hair, it's not going to be a problem. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to get into trimming right away, and then I'll probably explain more things as I trim. Now you want to put your head into 4 sections. I did 2, and then the back I would do later in 2 sections. I haven't done that, but ear to ear and then one down the center. So here's what you do. You take I just take really small pieces one at a time. Oh, an important thing, you want to use a real hair cutting scissors. If I was to buy one again, I'd get it at Sally Beauty. I got this one at a drugstore, but get a scissors that's for hair, and then hide it from anybody in your family that's going to want to try to use it to cut paper or to cut, I don't know, to cut anything else. You just want to use it for hair. Okay, so I get down to the end, and I'll probably cut just about right here. Well, I'll cut that one. I just take almost nothing off, and I go in really small sections, which is fine for me because I don't really care how long it takes, and I've got thin hair, so it's not going to take forever. If you've got thick hair, it might be a bigger deal. But I just kind of look down, and I look to see where it's starting to get ratty, and I'll take off just about that. Hopefully some of that's getting on camera. And then when I start to get more, I'll just keep doing that, and as I get more, I'll clip it in here. Maybe I'll show you one more time just because. Another thing is, you don't have to do your whole head at once. You can do this section one day, this section the next day, whatever. I'll be back. Okay, it's been like 5 or 6 minutes, and I'm moving it from this section over to here. I'm just going to do a few more so you can see. Oh, first thing I'm going to show you before I happen to lose all my hair I'm collecting is this is how much hair I've taken off, which might look like not very much to you guys, but that's a lot more than I usually take off. I usually end up with maybe, oops, sorry about that, maybe a teaspoon total of hair when I do the whole haircut. I just really don't take much off. Now, I did forget to mention, you know, why you might want to do micro trims. And if you're growing your hair out, it's great because, one, you get the dead ends cut off without having to worry too much about when you go in. The hairstylist is going to cut off a lot more. Or 2, it's great for in-between haircuts. This one is always bad, right in front of the ear. Let's see. but freshening it up between haircuts. There's this theory out there that you cannot cut your hair and your hair is going to grow faster, but that's not really going to happen because you're going to get split ends, and once you have a split end, it's going to just progress its way up the hair shaft. So you're not, so as your hair is growing, it'll still grow at the same rate, but you'll be losing ends. So it's worth it to take just a little bit of dead stuff off. And also, it just makes your waves look so much fresher, you know. So we'll see, I'll take this down and we'll see if we can, if it'll instantly look better, if it'll probably need a bit of styling, but you can just kind of see it just kind of looks less ratty. You know, it just looks like, especially like right in here, like maybe I need to go in and take a little bit more off. I think I'll do that because I can see these don't look as freshened up, so I'll go in and fix that, and then that's what I'll do the whole head. I'll probably be back when I'm done, we'll see. Okay, so just in case it isn't obvious, I am not a hairstylist, just in case somebody wandered on this channel and like whatever. Didn't know, I proclaim that all the time because I'm really not. Anyway, this is also good to do these type of haircuts. You want just, I've got the back in 2 sections now. I did the front and I put it all up here. The front's all done. And this is how much hair I've taken off from the front. You know, again, it's more than I usually do, but still not all that much. And then you just take sections from the front here, from the back, pull them to the front where you can see them. And clip. And then just go ahead and clip it forward. And the other thing I want to point out is that this is also good if you notice that your hair is just starting to get harder to brush through or tangly. It could be that you just have a little bit of split ends on the end, so that's a good indication that it's a good time for a micro trim or to do search and destroy. And the other thing is that there's really no way that you're ever going to mess up the shape of your haircut if you do it the way I do with the, not that my haircut has a shape to mess up, but if you've got a professional haircut that you paid a lot of money for, you're probably not going to mess it up because it's such, someone's going to have to do it too, because it's such tiny little sections that you're just, and you're taking a little bit off, it's just not going to hurt your haircut. Okay, so you just keep doing this, moving from the back to the front, and I guess I'll come back at the end, although I don't know that there'll be much to see. I'll come back one more time. Okay, so this is the sum total of hair from my haircut, or my micro trim, and this is the result of just kind of taking it down and just like finger combing it. Then I'll just take and hit the ends here just so you can see a little bit better that how it's gonna perk up. Anyway, so that's a micro trim, and I'm hoping I didn't leave anything important out. If I did, I'll probably add annotations up and usually up here. Or I already did and you already saw them. So anyway, ways to the wavies. Hope this helped.